Buenos dias, everyone. Good morning. Hopefully you woke up a little warmer than I did. I'm in California and the temperatures are starting to drop, but I think there's going to be some warmer weather coming this weekend. But with today's sequence, we're going to tie in the movements of surf and the movements of yoga into one sequence. But for now, let's meditate and look out into the horizon as if we were checking the waves on a misty morning, seeing where we're going to surf today, what board we're going to take out today. So just imagine yourself on a beach, looking at the waves, thinking about all the different boards you could be riding. And scan your body, see how you feel today. Feel out the neck, the back, the hips, the knees, the shoulders. Tune into the now, tune into channel body, tune into the body channel. And let's start from a Sukasana posture. Legs crossed in front of us, sitting on our bum, rooting down on that tailbone with the energy coming up through the top of the crown of our head. Shoulders are falling away from the ears. Simply becoming one with the mind, the body, and the soul, nourishing them all. You're also finding your breath right now. At this moment, I invite you to set some intentions for today's practice. We're all on the mat for a different purpose. Some of us might share some intentions, but we all have different things we're trying to accomplish. Or you might want to dedicate this practice to someone, whomever that may be, or whatever intention that may be. Make sure to honor it. After a nice deep sigh, we're going to take a deep inhale and then have a collective Om from wherever you may be. All right? So sigh it out. Deep inhale in. Ah. Wonderful. Namaste. And let's make our way onto our mat, or shall we say today, our surfboard. Make your way onto all fours. Now that we've properly evaluated the conditions, part of surfing is looking at all your conditions, and that's what we've done now. So let's make our way onto all fours. We're going to commence in a tabletop posture with the tops of our feet pressed against the mat. Knees are stacked underneath the hips at hip width distance. Our fingers are spread wide, firm on the mat, with our index fingers pointed directly forward parallel with each other and also parallel with the outer edges of the mat. Your shoulders are stacked over the elbows. Elbows are stacked over the wrists. Rotate the elbows outward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and look at a single point on the ground for this tabletop. Drop the belly, raise the gaze forward, and raise your tailbone for a cow pose. Exhale, press against the mat, round the spine. Shift your gaze over to your navel. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Move your hands slightly forward, curl your toes, and press your hips up and back for a little downward facing dog. Open up our body a bit. Draw the heels, drive those heels towards the ground. A long line of energy from the hands to the tailbone. Let that head hang. And try and make those armpits kiss. Exhale, lower the knees down. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, back into tabletop. Uncurl the toes, press the tops of the feet against the mat. And let's move our bodies like a marble in a Coca-Cola can. Circular. Now let's go in the other direction. Inhale, extend the left arm forward and the left leg back. Right foot flexed. Exhale, bring that left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, extend left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, return to tabletop. Inhale, extend the right arm forward and extend the left leg back. Left foot flexed. Right fingers active. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, extend the right arm forward. Left leg back. Exhale, compress. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, stretch it out one more time. Exhale, return to tabletop. Move those hands forward again, curl the toes, and press the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Extend one leg and bend the other, and alternate, and that's called walking your dog. Slowly inch your hands back to meet your feet, the back of the mat, around your spine, bend your knees, and slowly articulate one vertebra by vertebra at a time until you reach the top. Roll your shoulders back. And just take a nice deep sigh. Now consciously, just take that first step forward and imagine your mat as some deep sand, and you're feeling all this energy around your feet warming up. Every step is energetic, every step is controlled, every step is precious. Make your way to the front of the mat and let's get into a mountain pose. Establish Parabandha with your heels. And I'm going to show you how surfers walk forward on a mat. They crisscross their steps. So as we walk forward, boom, reaching the front of the mat. We're going to establish Parabandha. If we were on a surfboard, we would be establishing our feet on a hang 10 position. And Parabandha is actually similar to a hang 10 because in a hang 10, your toes are loose. Hang 10 is when you're doing a nose ride on a longboard and the front 10 toes are hanging off the front of the surfboard. But establishing Parabandha is not too dissimilar to establishing a hang 10. So let's bring our big toes together, our heels slightly spread apart, and we're rooting down on the four corners of our feet, activating our leg muscles, activating our bums. Bring our tailbone underneath the rest of our spine, so there's a long line from tailbone to the crown of our head. Palms are facing forward, shoulders are drawn away from the ears, creating space and length. Congratulations, you're hanging 10 on a longboard, surfing Malibu. That's what you should be imagining. Also, picture your body as a big bag of bones being controlled by all these muscles. So if you actively align these bones with your muscles, you can create better posture for yourself. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky, extended mountain pose. Navel is pressed against the spine, shoulders are drawing down away from the ears. Exhale, hinging at the hip. Swan dive forward for a forward fold. Inhale, place your hands on your shins. Extend your arms. Turn your body into an L for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, place your hands on the mat. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. And make your way into a plank. Plank is a great posture to strengthen your more than anything. Inhale, hands on the shins, halfway lift. And the halfway lift, you want to draw those shoulders away from the ears and get that micro bend in the upper back. Exhale, hands on the ground, and float back into a chaturanga, which is not into a plank, a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Also part of the duck dive. Exhale, drop your knees, curl your toes, and press those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg, bend the knee, and open up the hip to the right side. Shifting your gaze under your armpit, you should see your foot. Keeping the right foot straight on the mat. Bring that left knee to your nose. Extend it back. And bring that left foot between your hands. Drop that right heel down with the right toes pointed towards the top right corner of your mat. Hips neutral. Rise up for a warrior one. Trying to keep that left knee at 90 degrees and rotating that on the outside edge of your right foot. Avoid dumping on the lower back here, as you want to be aligned. Exhale, hands on the mat, step the left foot back. And lower halfway down to Chaturanga. You're about to duck dive the wave. You already paddled, you caught the wave. Now you gotta check both ways before you pop up. Make sure you don't crash into anybody surfing. Exhale, drop your knees, curl your toes. And press those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Raise that right leg. Bend that right knee. Open up your hips to the left. You should be seeing your foot under your left armpit. Inhale, bring that right knee to your nose. Take that right foot back and bring it between your hands. Drop that left heel, left toes pointed towards the top left corner of the mat. Hips neutral. Rise up for a warrior one. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step the right foot back. Lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over those toes. Upward facing dog. Look left. Look right. Drop your knees. Curl your toes. And as you exhale, press those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees. Shift your gaze forward and pop up to the nose of your surfboard. Hands on the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, drop your bum. Bend your knees. Take your arms up to the sky for a chair pose. We're also hanging 10 here on our surfboards. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees and articulate up. Vertebra by vertebra. At the top, roll your shoulders back. And what do you know? Hanging 10 again. Back in mountain pose. Back in active alignment. Bend your knees, drop your bum. Raise those hands up for another chair pose. Drop the bum and articulate up. Vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, extend the hands up to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center, Samastitihi. Raise that right foot off the ground and shift your weight onto the four corners of your left foot. Hinging at the hip, fold forward. Make your way into a warrior 3. Extend the arms above, straighten out the arms above head, and drop that right foot down on the right toes into a crescent pose. Just like if you're going backside on a wave. Drop that right palm down on the mat and extend that left hand up to the sky, reaching high. As I look up, I see the moon. Exhale, back down. And drop the right heel. Feet are perpendicular, right toes are pointed towards the right side of the mat, left knee at 90 degrees. Inhale, rise up to a warrior 2. Sun's starting to rise. Keeping my shoulders soft. My gaze is over my left middle finger. I'm not too far forward, I'm not too far back. I'm just right here in the center. Inhale, drop that left elbow on the left thigh. Reach over the top of your body with your right hand. Shift your gaze over to your right middle finger, humble warrior. Inhale, rainbow the hands back, right hand on right hamstring. Left hand reaches over the top of the body. Gazes to your left middle finger. Humble warrior. No, reverse warrior, excuse me. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Extend the left knee. Heel toe the right foot closer to the left, shortening the distance. Reach forward with your left hand as you reach back with your right hip. And drop that left hand down to the left ankle for a triangle pose. Inhale, rise up. Hands on the hips. Rotate the right foot 90 degrees inward. Now your feet are on train tracks. Going forward, hips neutral. Hinge at the hip. And bring the hands to the mat. Option to use a block here. Maintain a micro bend in both knees. Inhale, rise up and step forward. Inhale, take the hands all the way to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Exhale. Hands together. Heart center samastiti. Shift your weight onto your right foot and lift that left foot off the ground. You're rooting down on the four corners of your right foot. Hinging at the hip. Fold forward. Making your way into a warrior 3. Extend the arms above head. And drop that left foot down to the mat. Crescent pose. Inhale. Drop that left heel down. Open the hips to the left side. Warrior 2. Drop that right elbow on the right thigh. Reach over the top of the body with the left hand. Gaze is over to the left middle finger. Inhale. Rainbow the arms back for reverse warrior. Left hand is on the left hamstring. Right hand is reaching over the top of your body. Your gaze is over your right middle finger. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2. Extend the right leg. Heel toe the left foot closer. And as you reach forward with your right hand, reach back with your left hip. Drop that right hand down to the right ankle. Extend the left Hand up to the sky. Triangle. Inhale, rise up. Place your hands on your hips. Rotate the left foot inward 90 degrees. And hinging at the hip, we're going to fold forward for a pyramid pose. Inhale, rise up and step forward. Back to a mountain pose. Back to hanging 10 on that surfboard as we go down the line in Malibu. Heel toe the feet outward so that they are parallel with the outer edges of your mat. Bring your hands together at heart center. And we're going to press those elbows inside the knees as we bend our knees and drop our bums, making our way into Malasana. So press those knees out and also press the elbows in with the knees. Shoulders draw down away from the ears and our heart is shining. Looking to the right, looking to the left. We see that our neck is free. Roll back onto our bums. Palms towards the sky, feet together, knees pointed. Rise up for a dolphin pose. For 5, legs are straight. For 4, toes are pointed. For 3, lengthy spine. For 2, palms up. For 1, we're smiling. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up for another dolphin pose. Feel our abs for 5. Shoulders down for 4. Breathing for 3. Smiling for 2. Enjoying it for 1. Release. Bring your knees to your chest. Interlace your fingers and give them a big hug. Exhale, release the interlace. Drop your feet down underneath your knees. Keeping the knees neutral, pointed forward, palms flat on the earth. Press down on your feet to raise your hips up. Preparing for a bridge pose. Bring the shoulders underneath your body, interlace your fingers, and root down from shoulder to pinky on the ground. And drop your chin towards your sternum. Exhale, release the interlace. Raise the heels. And lower your back down, starting at the upper back, then the middle back, then the lower back. Inhale. Shoot your legs up to the sky and bring your hands onto your lower back and try and bring your elbows closer together. So hands on the mat, lower down. Open up your thighs and bring your elbows inside your thighs. Grasp the outer edges of your feet and make your way into a blissful baby by rooting down your tailbone and your shoulders and taking the feet up to the sky through your hands. But also pull down on those feet with your hands. Stay rooted. Exhale, release the feet. Extend the legs. Make your way into a Savasana. Totally melting onto your surfboard. Imagine yourself as hot wax on a surfboard on a hot day. And you're just totally melting onto the board as your body melts onto this mat. Let your feet fall as they may, your knees, your lower back, your shoulders. Just complete relaxation. Total numbness. Remind yourself of your intentions for today. Did you honor them? Did you meet your goals? Or if you dedicated this practice to someone or something, did you honor those? Take pride in your practice and be present. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists, circle your ankles. Activate your leg muscles, your glutes, your arm muscles. Raise the knees up 90 degrees with your thighs at 90 degrees from your torso. Drop them over to the left side as you extend the left arm full above head and you rest your head on your left bicep. Now you're a baby about to be reborn. You're a Joey in a womb, in a pouch, and you're about to jump up and be a new positive person. Every day is an opportunity to do things right. Press your right palm in front of your face and rise back up to a Sukasana. Slowly open the windows of your eyes and tap back into your surroundings. My surroundings just got a lot brighter and a lot warmer. Thankful for that. Thank you, Pachamama. Begin to scan your body and see how this feels compared to the first Sukasana we were in the beginning of the practice. Take a deep inhale in. Take your hands up to the sky. Exhale. Bring your hands together at heart center, Samastitihi. Take a deep inhale in. And let's have a collective Om. Aum. Thank you for letting me guide your practice today. It's been truly a pleasure. And look, the sun's up now. Warming up the land, giving us vitamin D, giving the plants photosynthesis. It's all connected. So go spread some light, just like the sun does. Any comments or questions, put them in the... Nothing today. Well, cheers. Glad you like Surfer Flow.